what kind of call was put on your life and your brother's life after his passing? And um, how did you come to realize that you were like you'd been picked for a certain kind of existence?
There's a story in the Bible, in the Old Testament part of the Bible, about a woman named Hannah who wanted a child above all else. And she prayed and prayed and prayed. And then she prayed, God, if you just give me this child, I'll give him back to you. Well, she did have a child. His name was Samuel. And she took him to the temple when he was weaned and said, this is my sacred child. And I give him to you, the priest. He can serve God the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And that story, I'd have to say, is one of my least favorite stories in the Bible because, of course, unbeknown to me, my mother had this burden of having trusted God in a way that turned out to be a betrayal. She expected God to heal her husband. He did not. So she's trying to come up with some way to come to terms with that great failure.
Yeah.
And she decided, oh, well, maybe God will do that not through him because he's dead, but through his sons,
Yeah.
through my sons. And so she literally gave us to God as Hannah had done to her son. And later, at first, that felt pretty good. You know, we felt very special. We had been set apart for this noble cause,
Yeah.
which was very specific to her: be missionaries in Africa to replace your father who never got there. And we did not follow that path in different ways. And as we started growing up, as we went through adolescence, you know, we were kids, we were young boys. We didn't practice our piano lessons. We didn't clean the room. We slammed the door. You know, it's
Yeah.
these things. And my mother didn't handle that very well, I would have to say. And
Yes.
then my brother became one of Atlanta's original hippies back in the mid '60s,
Yeah.
and that was a terrifying thing to her. And she didn't respond in a healthy way. She almost cursed him. And in fact, they didn't have any contact for more than 50 years, 50. So she's
Yeah.
got two children, one she hasn't seen in over 50 years. And I am a Christian author. I've made my living kind of in the middle of the faith, working for Christianity Today magazine, writing books about issues of faith. But it's a little different kind of faith than she approves of. So she doesn't really approve of my books and really feels betrayed again. Here she had trusted God for her husband and he died. And then
Yeah.
she had given us to God with very specific uh, parameters around it. And neither one of us turned out in a pleasing way.